Good evening, everyone. Welcome in tonight. My name is Nathaniel Visconti, and tonight we're going to be talking about the mental approach to developing your financial future. The mental approach to developing your financial future. Everybody write this down. Opportunity cost. Opportunity cost. Which is that you can only have something at the expense of something else. The millionaire has and continues to forego thousands of micro experiences to maintain his millionaire status. As a general concept, the man who saves little experiences more life, more leisure. And of course, the man who saves his wealth expects to be compensated for initially doing so, and compensated while he continues to defer his spending, which is why there is a cost of interest. And the cost of interest is the balance and exchange between those willing to have experiences and those willing, at least for the time being, to sacrifice those experiences. And our next concept is the battle of relativity and materialism. The battle of relativity and materialism. An unquantifiable amount of money is squandered in the weakness of humans to compare each other in the context that distorts the meaning of life. I'm sure throughout history there have always been envious town participants, envious of other individuals, their fancy horses, their fancier carriages. It seems silly as we look back, but I also am sure that you can relate that this same mindset perpetuates currently. The men and the women attempting to define their value and their status through materialism have disengaged from the true focus of life. And I say that, of course, in the context that is my personal opinion. And so once you save money, the question becomes, how does money repay you? How does money repay you? I ask you all to write this down. Compound interest. Compound interest. There's an algebraic expression for compound interest, but Einstein has simplified that formula to what he explained to be the rule of 72. Everybody write that down, the rule of 72. And of course, I asked the listeners to take their calculators out and walk through this exercise with me. I want you to take 72 and divide it by the amount of interest of your choice, and the outcome will tell you and display to you how many years it will take for your net worth to double at that specific rate. Right? So 72 divided by 10 is 7.2 years, right? And of course, 8 years would be 9, and 5 would be 14. So if you're making 4% on your investment, it will take you 18 years for your money to double. And likewise, if you make 15% on your money annually, you would be doubling your net worth every 5 years. And of course, also, if you're making 20% on your money and your net worth would be doubling every 3.6 years. The next topic of discussion is how we connect multiples of free cash flow to our return. And for this example tonight, I'm going to use an example of a rental property valuation. We all know how real estate investing has become so popular now. I would advise you to start with local rents and subtract those expenses out. Property tax, interest, the long-term maintenance cost, and decide how many multiples of free cash flow that you're willing to pay. The reason the multiple is so important is because the multiple free cash flow that you pay, the lower the multiple, the higher your return. Simply divide the number 1 into your multiple and you have your current rate of return, which you can then calculate how long this investment will take for you to double and continue to compound for you. I think as you do this exercise, as you complete this exercise, you will find that real estate investments don't offer very high returns. But the good news, of course, is that if you can understand real estate investment, you can also understand common stock investment. And I'll leave you with this final thought as I round up this engagement with you this evening, is that getting wealthy in America is a choice. And the reason that getting wealthy in America is a choice is because you decide how many multiples of free cash flow to pay for your investment, which means that you also decide how often your net worth doubles and continues to compound for you throughout your life. And I ask you to reflect on our discussion tonight as I begin to prepare our next chapter of discussion. And I thank you all for joining this evening and sacrificing your time as we continue to walk this journey together. Thank you and good night.